Bewena Bojo, Anin, MaangKwan Dijnikas, Nagigani Dodem, Shkigamong Donjiba, Michisagi Ganishina Bakwandao. Hello, my English name is Ann Taylor. My Nishnaba name, my spirit name is MaangKwan, which translates to Loon Feather. I'm from Curve Lake First Nation, and I'm of the Otter Clan, and I am a Michisagi Anishinaabe woman. I'm going to talk a little bit about land acknowledgement and what that means. Oftentimes we mention treaties in this area. The two in particular are the Williams Treaties, which was signed in 1923, and that treaty specifically established the relationship between settlers and First Nations in the area in terms of where settlement could occur and how land could be shared and used together. The other treaty is Treaty 20, which establishes into Canadian law our Anishinaabe inherent right to hunt, fish, trap, and gather in a specific area. And that one was signed in 1818, and it was between the nation of Great Britain and the Anishinaabe Nation. So it was a nation-to-nation treaty. Some of the things that don't get mentioned in land acknowledgements are the spiritual values that we as Anishinaabe place on the land and water and air. When we're on the land, whatever we're doing, whether we're gathering or hunting or whether we're just there to visit, we always offer something in thanks or to give back, and that is usually tobacco. We call that a sama, and it's just a little bit of a sama offered to the land to give thanks for all of the blessings that the land gives us. Our homes, our clothing, our food, our shelter, our health, our medicines, everything comes from the land. So we need to acknowledge the spirits of that land that provide that for us. Another one is the water. When we go in our canoes or when we go in our boats, whether we're fishing or whether we're out just for a recreational boat ride, we offer tobacco again to that water for safe passage and for say thank you for the blessings that the water gives us, because that is our lifeblood. Without water, we wouldn't exist. So that it's necessary for us to honor the spirit of that water and give thanks for that. And it's the same thing with the air. We always give blessings to the air because that's what we breathe in. We're required to breathe, so we have to take care of the spirits of that air as well. And I mention those spirits because those are a part of our spiritual journey as Anishinaabe and as people. It's not specific to Anishinaabe. It's for everybody to make use of. And when I'm talking about land acknowledgements, one of the things I like to mention is that, we wake up in the morning and the first thing we do is we turn on the tap, whether it's to wash our face or brush our teeth or have a shower or make our coffee. But we never think about that water. We never give thanks to that water. We need to start doing that. We need to give thanks to that water for everything it brings to us. And it's the same with the food we put on the table, the food we provide for our families. We need to give thanks for that because the land provides that for us. The medicines in our medicine chest, that medicine is often given to us by the land, and so we need to acknowledge that and give thanks to that. Our very being comes from the land. As Anishinaabe, our language comes from the land, and so a lot of our language that we speak makes reference to Akeh, and that's what we call this land, Akeh. Representing that spiritual nature, Keh meaning the land itself. So when we do a land acknowledgement, we mention that, Keh, and how important that is to our very existence. So I hope that I have left you with something to think about, and I hope that you will use the information I've given you and do your own land acknowledgement. And when you are in a space where a land acknowledgement is being given, please think of those things. Think of the water, think of the land, think of the air, think of the spirits that reside there, and think of how we can create this place to be a better place for those that are yet to come. Because one of our great teachings is that everything we say and do has repercussions for 7 generations. So if we keep that in the front of our minds, we can't help but be better people if we're thinking about those generations to come and how we want this place to be for them. So miigwech for allowing me to speak with you, and miigwech for taking care of the land and the water, and miigwech for being a good settler ally for us, and enjoy your journey. Miigwech.